the gathered sages addressed Sauti with reverence, saying, "O son of Lomaharshana, we shall inquire about the tales that stir our curiosity, and you shall recount them. Our revered master Saunaka, currently tending to the holy fire, knows the divine tales of gods and asuras, and the histories of men, serpents, and Gandharvas. As the learned leader of this sacrifice, he is a wise and steadfast sage, respected by us all. We will wait for him to take his seat of honor, and then you will respond to his questions." The sages waited patiently, their eyes occasionally glancing towards the path, expecting Saunaka's return, ready to hear the sacred stories Sauti would share. In a secluded grove of the ancient forest, sage Saunaka, surrounded by his peers, sits before the sacred flames, ready to impart and receive the wisdom of ages. Before this venerable assembly stands Sauti, poised to delve into the depths of ancient lore, carrying the legacy of his learned forebears. Sauti begins with the tale of the illustrious sage Bhrigu, born from the sacred fire, an embodiment of divine essence. He delves into the lineage of sages, interweaving the destiny of Bhrigu with that of Puloma, his beloved wife. Together, they shaped the tapestry of Vedic history, their progeny carrying forth the wisdom and power of their celestial heritage. Into this peaceful sanctum, a Rakshasa intrudes, driven by old desires and a heart inflamed with possession. His eyes fix upon the unsuspecting Puloma, whose beauty kindles a fierce resolve within him. Puloma, ever the gracious hostess, attends to the Rakshasa, unaware of his dark intentions. Delighted yet deceitful, he resolves to reclaim what he believes is rightfully his, as he plots to seize her. Confronted by the Rakshasa, Agni, the witness of all truths, wrestles with his duty. Torn between the fear of a curse and the sanctity of truth, he speaks, affirming Puloma's union with Bhrigu through sacred rites. Upon hearing Agni's truthful declaration, the Rakshasa morphs into a fierce boar, grasping Puloma and vanishing with the swiftness of thought itself, a desperate act fueled by thwarted desire. In a divine protest against such violence, the child within Puloma, stirred by righteous fury, emerges prematurely. Named Chyavana, his sudden appearance dazzles like the sun, overwhelming the Rakshasa, who disintegrates into ashes. The weeping Puloma, with her son Chyavana in arms, is met by Brahma, the cosmic patriarch. As her tears birth a river, Brahma, moved by her plight, names the river Vadusara, a lasting tribute to her ordeal. Reunited with his wife and child, Bhrigu's relief turns to wrath. His face contorts with fury as he demands to know who betrayed them to the Rakshasa, his voice thunderous with impending vengeance. Pauloma names Agni as the inadvertent betrayer, leading Bhrigu to curse him in his wrath. Henceforth, Agni would consume all things, a curse echoing through the ages, marking the fiery deity's boundless duty. Enraged by the curse, Agni confronts Bhrigu with a fierce glow, questioning the sage's rash decision. Why this harshness, O learned Brahmana, when all I did was to uphold the truth? He demands, his flames flickering with each word of protest. Agni defends his truthfulness, emphasizing his critical role in rituals that bridge the divine and the mortal. Being ever present in all sacred rites, I serve as the mouth of gods and ancestors, he asserts, his voice resonating with the power of his divine duty. Reflecting deeply, Agni decides to withdraw from the world, causing an immediate cessation of all sacred fires. The universe, deprived of its ritualistic essence, spirals into chaos, leaving creatures and sages in profound distress. Distressed by the disruption, the rishis and gods unite in their plea to Brahma, seeking to resolve the curse that halted the sacred flames and threw the cosmos into turmoil. In his celestial court, Brahma hears the plight of the universe. With wisdom and grace, he summons Agni, urging him to resume his duties, for he is indispensable, the purifier and the sustainer of worlds. Consoled and commanded by Brahma, Agni reclaims his essential role, reigniting the sacred fires. His return heralds a resurgence of joy and relief among gods and mortals alike, as rituals and life resume their rhythmic dance. In the lineage graced by the divine, Chyavana and Sukanya begot Pramati, a sage of resplendent energy. From Pramati came Ruru, whose life story unfolds with profound turns of fate. Let us journey through the saga of Ruru, whose destiny was marked by both love and tragedy. In a tale woven by celestial affairs, the Apsara Saunaka, under the spell of fate, abandons her newborn daughter by the serene riverside, leaving the child's destiny to the hands of the universe. The wise sage Stulakesa, upon finding the forsaken child, is moved by compassion. Under his nurturing care within the hermitage, the child named Pramadvara flourishes, surpassing all in grace and virtue. As fate would have it, Ruru's heart is ensnared by the beauty and spirit of Pramadvara, setting the stage for a love destined to face the trials of fate. Tragedy strikes as Pramadvara, in a fateful play, treads upon a serpent. The venomous bite seals her cruel fate, leaving her lifeless, transforming her vibrant presence into a scene of sorrow. As sages gather in mourning, the forest itself seems to weep for the lost maiden. Overcome with despair, Ruru retreats into solitude, his heart shattered by the relentless decree of destiny. In his profound sorrow, Ruru retreats into the solitude of the forest, his heart heavy with loss. Overwhelmed by grief, his cries echo through the trees as he mourns Pramadvara, his lost love, pleading with the forces of nature to restore her life through the virtues of his own deeds. Amidst his lamentations, a divine messenger descends, addressing Ruru's ineffectual pleas with celestial calmness. The messenger offers a glimmer of hope, revealing that the gods have devised a means for Pramadvara's resurrection. The celestial proposes a sacrificial bargain, for Ruru to offer half of his own life in exchange for Pramadvara's revival. Without hesitation, Ruru agrees, his love transcending the bounds of his own mortality. In the divine realms, the plea for Pramadvara's life is laid before Dharmaraja, the just ruler of the afterlife. His decree blesses the union, allowing Pramadvara to awaken, her life now intertwined with Ruru's. With Dharmaraja's assent, Pramadvara rises rejuvenated, half of Ruru's life now pulsing through her veins. Their reunion is sanctified by marriage. Celebrated under auspicious skies, the couple vows eternal devotion. Despite the resurrection of Pramadvara, Ruru vows vengeance against all serpents, his hatred for the serpent race manifesting as wrath. In a fateful encounter, an aged serpent challenges his fury, questioning the justice of his retribution. In the shadowy depths of the forest, Ruru's path crosses with an old serpent, a Dundubar, which pleads for mercy. Caught in his vow of vengeance, Ruru confronts a moral dilemma, challenged by the serpent's plea that it is unjust to kill those who are harmless. The serpent reveals itself as Sahasrapat, a sage cursed into serpentine form as a result of a friend's wrath over a harmless jest. His story of transformation and redemption introduces a profound lesson on the consequences of actions and the power of forgiveness. As prophesied, upon meeting Ruru, the cursed sage regains his original form. In his renewed form, Sahasrapat imparts wisdom about the sanctity of life, urging Ruru to forsake violence and embrace the true duties of a Brahmana. Ruru then asked, "O best of Dvijas, why was King Janamejaya bent upon destroying the serpents? And why and how were they saved by the wise Astika? I am anxious to hear all this in detail." The rishi replied, "O Ruru, the important history of Astika you will learn from the lips of Brahmanas." Saying this, he vanished. Enlightened but still questing for deeper truths, Ruru returns to his father, seeking to understand the historical events involving Astika and the serpents, his mind swirling with the lessons of mercy and justice imparted by Sahasrapat. As the elder begins to weave the tale of Astika, the story shifts to a time of great kings and profound sages, setting the stage for a story of epic conflicts and divine interventions, recounted from the annals of ancient lore. Thus ends the Pauloma Parva of Adi Parva.